Okay, so we're at Apple Park now before the start of the WWDC keynote. Everyone's taking picture, everyone's taking content. So this is the vibe, guys. Apple just announced loads of stuff at Apple Park this morning, okay, and I just got back to the hotel from watching the keynote. This is my tag. Okay, so let's talk about all the Apple announcements today.
Good morning! Hi, good morning!
What's up guys, Jason Smashpop here, and it's always nice to be back at Apple Park to witness the keynotes in real life and of course to hear Tim Cook saying good morning on stage. That's always nice, right? So the biggest announcements this year at WWDC, I feel we should start with the renaming of all the OS. So now the iOS, macOS, iPad OS, TV OS, Watch OS will be named according to the year. For example, iOS 26, macOS 26, iPad OS 26, and more. But the biggest announcement to me definitely has to be the change of the UI overall across the board for all the OS, okay? So now this new theme is called Liquid Glass, and that basically means Apple is changing the UI to look more like glass on the interface. So for example, panels will be transparent or translucent, whereby you get to see what's behind, and icons will have depth, interface will have depth, and this includes the lock screen. And I'm very excited to a point when they were talking about the lock screen, I was like, whoa! So basically with this new liquid glass interface, the lock screen now has this stretchable clock on the lock screen whereby it will stretch based on the space you have in your wallpaper, and it will go behind the subject, and when you get new notifications, the wallpaper will be pushed up a little bit so that you have enough space to read your notifications without being cluttered by the photo behind it. Apart from that, there's also spatial photo for your lock screen wallpaper. So for example, when you have a flat photo, they will be able to turn that flat photo into a 3D subject photo, and you can use it for your lock screen. And to add to the customization of the icons, now we also get translucent glass treatment, okay, whereby all the icons are transparent and without color. They look really good, and I think that will be the UI that I'll be using for my home screen moving forward. The camera also gets a new update with this liquid glass design whereby the interface is simplified, and when you start the camera, you get to see whether you want to take photo and video, and then you can swipe to access all the other modes like cinematic mode, portrait mode, and stuff like that. And this liquid glass design also extends all the way to CarPlay and also CarPlay Ultra. And there are two features coming to the phone app, which I'm not sure if they are coming to Malaysia or not, but it's good to know, okay? So the first one is called call screening. When you get random numbers calling you, Apple Intelligence will actually talk to the person and ask, hey, who are you? Why are you calling this person? And then the messages will actually appear on the screen before it rings, okay? Then you can actually see, oh, it's an insurance agent and they want to sell insurance packages. You can then choose to not pick up the call. The second feature is called Hold Assist. Like when you're calling call centers, when you're calling the bank or your insurance company, and when they put you on hold, you can actually enable this Hold Assist for the iPhone to help you to hold on to the call while you do your things. And when it's time for your turn, the iPhone will ring and let you know, and then you can then just pick it up and go on with your call. There are also updates to messages whereby you can now create polls or customize the chats using wallpaper from your gallery or even using Image Playground. But I'm actually more excited with Genmoji because we can now create Genmojis by combining two emojis, and you can also input using text what you want the Genmoji to be, so you can input all these parameters to create the Genmoji that is suitable for your chats. If you're an Apple Music user, I'm sure these new features will benefit you, okay? The first one is called lyrics translation. So when you're listening to music and then it's not in your mother tongue, you don't understand the language, they will actually show the lyrics along with the live translation to English so that you actually understand what they are singing about. Okay, the next one is called lyrics pronunciation. You can actually sing Korean song, for example, with pronunciation below. So in Chinese we call it 汉语拼音, okay? So whereby we can actually use English words to form the sounds of the words, so you can actually sing along the song. And the last one, which I'm very excited about, is called audio mix, whereby it's a transition between one song to another, whereby they are actually using this effect. It's almost like a DJ mixing two songs together, so the transition is very smooth and it sounds really good from the demo, and I'm looking forward to actually try it myself. And with these new OSs, Apple is also introducing a brand new app called Games, or is it called Gaming? So basically in this app, you get to see all the games that you're currently playing, you get to see your previous downloads of games, you get to also see Game Center leaderboards to see what your friends are playing, what are their scores, and there are also challenges in the game. Apple also improvised visual intelligence. So apart from just pressing the camera control to launch visual intelligence to take picture or to show the camera what you want to know more about, now visual intelligence can also read your screen. So all you need to do is just do a screenshot, use Apple Intelligence to ask about things that you see in the screenshot. So for example, if you screenshot a picture of a shirt, you can actually tap on the shirt and then use visual intelligence to search where to buy or more information about it. On the Apple Watch side of things, it's also getting the liquid glass UI upgrade. But the feature that I'm very excited about is called Workout Buddy. So it's basically using the fitness app. When you're tracking your run, your workouts for example, now they will use Apple Intelligence to analyze your data and also to track your workouts and give you motivation, encouragement, and also give you a summary of your workout at the beginning, throughout your workout, and also at the end of your workout. They also sound very energetic and also very motivational. It's almost like you have a personal coach that's monitoring your workout or your runs. There are also new Smart Stack features. So basically Smart Stacks are things that appear on your watch home screen and these little widgets that appear at the bottom. So those are Smart Stacks, okay? And now it is context aware and also location aware. For example, if you are in the gym, right, they will actually know, and then a little icon will pop up and ask you if you want to start a workout. There are also new gestures. So for example, if you receive a new notification, you can actually flick your wrist to the front to dismiss the notification, or you can use the flick front gesture to mute a call, silence a timer, and stuff like that. So now the macOS is called macOS Tahoe. Features like liquid glass is also applied here. So throughout the whole OS, you will be able to see the new UI featuring all these glass panels, which is also very nice. Apart from that, you get all the new features as well. Oh, you also get the new phone app on the Mac. So there are also new shortcuts upgrade whereby it's integrated now with Spotlight. So instead of just searching things, you can use Spotlight to activate a certain shortcut. For example, creating a thumbnail, or even using it to access your clipboard. Apart from that, folders. Now you can customize them with different colors and also add emojis on top of your folders. iPad OS also gets an amazingly massive upgrade, okay? With this new iPad OS 26, we can multitask like on the Mac, because now we can freely resize any apps and we can resize them, place them anywhere we want on the screen. There's also the 3 little buttons, just like the Mac, the red, yellow, and also green. Close, minimize, and full screen buttons at the top of each app. And when you move the new arrow cursor, which is now available on the new iPad OS, to these buttons, you get to close them, you get to resize them, or you get to rearrange them if you press and hold on the button, and then you get all these options to rearrange all the windows on your screen. And just like on the Mac, every app now gets their own menu bar at the top, so you get to access more options like view, edit, and stuff like that when you move your cursor up to the top of the screen. And all these multitasking feature is not limited to just the iPad Pro. It is available for all iPads running iPad OS 26, including iPad mini. Okay, so I think I've covered a lot of the announcements from this morning, and if you want to know more about my experience here at Apple Park in the US, check out my Instagram because I have a lot of reels, okay, and also content posted there on my Instagram. You can also follow me here. So that's my username, okay? So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.